Mr. Ball, you may step down now. I said you may step down, Mr. Ball.
I'd want to step down.
The counsel have finished their questioning.
But I haven't finished. I have something I want to say.
Christy, you've been excused. Your testimony is finished.
Just a minute, please. I think if the witness has something to add, she should be allowed to say it.
Mr. Bassett, do you know what it is your witness wants to say?
Oh, Your Honor, I have no idea. As far as I'm aware, she has no further statement to make. But since there does seem to be something, I'd like to call a short recess so that I can confer with her about whatever it is.
I object to the calling of a recess. The witness is obviously ready to continue. I think she should be allowed to.
Your Honor, this is highly irregular. The questioning is over. I must be allowed to confer with the witness.
Well, I don't like surprises either. Court will recess for 20 minutes. Bailiff, please see if the courtroom is clear until we reconvene. Mr. Bassett, I'd like to see you in my chambers, please.
Christy, what are you doing?
I just want to make a statement of my own, that's all.
And I want to know what it is you're going to say. If you're taking some kind of pity on that boy and thinking of changing your story from the truth just to help him...
Mom, don't. Can't you see she's upset? Let's not make it worse.
Well, I'm not making anything worse, but I want to know what's happening. All of a sudden, there's some kind of mysterious something else she wants to say. Well, I want to know what it is. I'm your mother, and I think I have a right to know.
I just want a chance to tell the truth, that's all.
The truth? Well, honey, what is it you think you've been telling all along? Oh, the whole trial was practically all over with, and she's got to go and open up her mouth again. And now where are we?
Mom, please.
Oh, don't you, Mom, please me. I don't know what it is you've got in that head of yours to say, but you better let me tell you something. What you don't know is we are just about to sign a contract with a national magazine to tell this story, and they are going to pay us money for that, Christy.
Are you still talking to those people?
You bet I have. I've got the welfare of my family to think about. And what else is? There's even some book people that want to talk to us about writing a book, Christy. The real story of Christy Duval. Do you know how important it would be to your family to be in a book like that? Do you know how famous we could be?
Is that all this means to you? Selling a story to some people?
Christy, don't you even think about it. You just go ahead and tell the truth no matter what.
What do you mean, no matter what?
Look, would you like her to get raped regularly so that we can sell a new book every year?
That is a terrible thing to say to me. She is entitled to all she can get out of this.
Will you two please just stop fighting?
Look, just drop it, Mom. Look, here's Steve. He can talk to her. He can take care of this.
No, okay, but you remember what I said.
No, Maggie, look, I put an ad in the paper to try to lure him over to your apartment. Yeah, I'm going over there now. No, there's no way that he'd know that you and Ben are in New York. Yeah, I hope so. Gosh, if he does show up, there's a good chance that he might testify for Ben against the Capwells. Yeah, oh, that'd be great. Wouldn't it be terrific to just settle this case a lot sooner than we'd expected? Yeah, right. So look, how are things going there? Well, yeah, that's terrific. I hope they can do something for him. Look, I wish you knew how much I missed you. Yeah, go on. I didn't mean to hold you up. That's all right. I'll let you know what goes on here, and you let me know, okay? Yeah, so long, Maggie.
What does this mean, Mason? What statement could she possibly be wanting to make?
I have no way of knowing. I have to think it may be a good sign, though.
Yeah, I think the way you exposed her as having lied to just about everybody pretty much destroyed her credibility in the eyes of the jury.
Let's hope you're right about that.
Well, you really shook her up. I mean, maybe she's rethinking her whole story. I mean, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Castillo. Yeah. Hi, Max. How you doing?
No, can't complain.
This from forensics?
That's it.
Thank you. You'll excuse me?
Then when she didn't get down off the stand, I suddenly felt like she was going to tell the truth.
I hope so, man. Just as long as that family of hers doesn't scare the truth out of her, first of all. Did you see the look on Bassett's face?
Yeah, not too happy.
Yeah. Then there was some way that Christy looked at me, and it was, I mean, I can't explain it really. It was like, all of a sudden she wasn't accusing me anymore. Now, I mean, I hope I'm not imagining things, but maybe things might be going our way for a change. Maybe. I don't know.
Excuse me a minute, Evie, would you? Lindsay?
Wow, I hear you're doing a good job, counselor. She's about ready to cave in.
Well, we'll see about that. You know, I talked to Dad a short while ago. He's kind of anxious to see you and talk with you, Lindsay. Do you think maybe you could come by the house later this evening?
Well, if you think it's a good idea, I still can't believe he's accepted my relationship with Jamie.
Yeah, well, you could have my statesmanship to thank for some of that, Lindsay. Would you excuse me for a minute? I have to talk to someone.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Mary, do you have any idea what Christy's up to?
No.
No hints, no signs that she might be having a change of heart?
You know, there was a moment. There was a moment when I thought she was going to tell me something, but she stopped herself. No, I am just as surprised as you are by what just happened in there.
What would you do if she recanted?
Recanted?
Mm-hmm.
No. No, she might be changing some small part of her testimony, but I don't think she's going to exonerate your brother, if that's what you're hoping.
What I'm hoping is that your goodness and mercy doesn't follow me all the days of my life. It'd be like being hounded by the Furies.
Mason, there are some people whose dislike I take as a compliment. Look at her. She's scared to death.
Mary, excuse me. Thanks. Steve.
What is it? Oh, Cruz.
Yeah, forensics just finished some work I asked them to do. I think it's going to be very helpful.
Well, fine, I'll look at it.
Why don't you look at it right away? It's rather important.
Christy, I have no intention of letting you open your mouth up there until we have things straight between us.
You're talking threats. I really don't care what happens to me anymore.
Order, Ted?
I can't keep on with this, Steve.
Christy, it's over. It's all over.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes it is.
Over my dead body it is!
If I push that far, it won't be just over your dead body. It'll be over Ted's too. Now, knowing that, why don't you tell me what you think you're going to say?
Come on in. Mr. Malone, I'm glad you can make it.
Who the hell are you? I asked you a question.
Forgive me. I'm just a little stunned. You see, I never expected to find you.
Oh, this was a setup then.
Yes, I guess it was.
Where's Ben? He's the one I come to see. You write that note?
Yes, I did.
And Ben's still... He's still in that coma?
Yeah, his wife took him to New York. He's getting better.
I didn't know there was a chance. I mean, after the accident, I checked, and they said it was hopeless.
So that's when you decided to take the money. The money the Capwells paid you to keep quiet.
I don't have to say nothing to you.
No, you don't. I just thought you might want to.
Nice try.
You know, I wonder what Ben would have done. I mean, if the situation had been reversed and it was you that was in the coma.
Hey, look, there was nothing I could do, man. I mean, that guy was like a vegetable. Me pointing fingers I didn't have wasn't gonna help him, you know. I had bills, I had a family, and I was scared. About as scared as you can get.
Oh, and justice didn't mean anything to you?
Not if I didn't know how I was gonna feed my family!
But you left your family, you ran away. You took that money and went looking for the good life.
That's a lie! Yeah, I ran. But not for the same reasons you think. I ran to get away from it. Get away from what I did. You know what it's like to hold something like this inside? Ben was my friend, my buddy. And that day on the rig, it's Ben that pushed me out of the way. Don't tell me I don't give a damn about Ben. I've been living with his ghost ever since the accident. And money. I still got every cent of it, every last dime. I didn't run out on my wife to live the good life, kid. I ran out because I was ashamed. Ashamed of being a coward. Which is all I am.
Who paid you the money to keep quiet, huh?
I didn't sign the card.
I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, I know. Same ones that are responsible for blowing off these fingers. Ones who built that rig. Ones who doctored that safety report.
C.C. Capwell, specifically?
Yeah. C.C. Capwell and his company. There ain't a day go by that I don't curse his existence.
Well, don't you think it's about time they paid for it?
You can't fight people like that.
Look, I know I can't fight people like that, but you can.
How?
We can start by telling me everything you know about the explosion and the fire. Then we can move on to why it happened and who was responsible.
First, you better tell me who you are.
Let's just say, right now, I'm the only friend you've got. Shall we?
The witness is reminded that she is still under oath.
Yes, sir.
Are you now ready to make your statement?
Yes, sir.
You may proceed.
When this trial started, I was really sure that Ted Capel was the person who raped me. And because I was so sure, it kind of kept me going through all this. I really believed that I was right. But in the last few days, I've started having some doubts, and I'm not so positive now. When I close my eyes really tight and I think about it, I kind of have this fuzzy memory of Ted going away, leaving the snack bar, and I was there alone that night. Or at least I thought I was. I remember some music playing on the jukebox, and that I felt really bad because of the fight that I had with Ted over the bracelet. I think that what happened to me that night after that was so bad and so terrible that I made myself forget a lot of what happened. I talked to the lady from the Rape Crisis Center, and she said that a trauma like this can make you confused, and I guess that's what happened to me. She gave me this book, and I read it. It was about mental blocks and how you get them and everything. And I think that's what I had. In the beginning, I really believed that Ted had come back and attacked me. But now that I've seen the shirt, and I know that they found some scrapings under my nails that weren't Ted's, I guess that kind of cleared any mental block that I had. What I'm trying to say is that I know now that Ted Capel didn't rape me.
Mr. Ball, why did you delay so long in making this statement? If seeing the actual shirt jogged your memory, why didn't you say so at the time?
I don't know. I guess I was just confused. I'd caused so much trouble already, and I didn't want to cause any more.
Are you now sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm positive Ted Capel was not the person who raped me.
Do you presently have a clear impression of the face of the man who actually raped you? Did you get a sufficiently good look at him that you could identify him conclusively at this point? Did you understand the question? I asked if you could identify the rapist.
I'm not sure.
Did you see his face clearly at any time?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
But do you remember anything at all about the man? The sound of his voice, for instance. Did he say anything to you at any time?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
Mr. Bassett, do you have any further questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Capel?
Yes, Your Honor. Christy, I'd like to know why you named Ted Capel as your attacker when, in fact, you never had any clear memory of the rape at all.
That's not exactly true. I thought that Ted had come back after we had the fight. I was hurt. I thought it was him.
But now you know that it wasn't.
Yes, I do. And I hope it's not too late to make it up to him. I mean, I'm sorry that I made such a big mistake. And I hope that Ted can forgive me.
Christy, do you absolutely confirm for this court that Ted Capel was not the man who raped you?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, in light of this testimony, I move that the charges against Ted Capel be dropped and his case dismissed.
I will not entertain such a motion at this time. Mr. Bassett, will you approach the bench? Mr. Ball, you are to remain where you are. I would like the defendant Ted Capel present along with the recorder. The court is now in a brief recess. Bailiff, you see the room is cleared. Well, this is a rather dramatic reversal of testimony, Mr. Bassett.
I realize that, Your Honor, but after conferring with Christy, I'm convinced she's telling the truth. I've also just received a forensic study of the skin found under Christy's fingernails. It shows clearly that Ted's skin tissue came first. Christy scratched him first, then someone else later, the real rapist.
May I see that?
I don't want to see an innocent man punished, Your Honor.
Well?
Yes, Your Honor, there's no doubt Christy scratched someone else after she was with Ted.
Well, the equipment is state-of-the-art.
I understand this is helpful, but my brief concern is that someone may have tried to suborn perjury by tampering with this witness. I'm not prepared to dismiss the charges, and there's even a remote possibility that someone may have gotten to her and bribed or coerced her into changing her testimony.
I can guarantee you that nothing like that has happened, Your Honor. Christy is genuinely convinced that Ted didn't do it. She certainly wouldn't allow him to go free if he were guilty, no matter what the outside pressure.
Christy?
No, sir, no one got to me.
Bailiff, bring everyone back in. I must say I have grave misgivings about the way this case has been handled, or rather mishandled. Mr. Attorney's Office from the very beginning. A great deal of time and money and effort have been spent in a case that obviously never should have been brought to trial. Well, in any event, I don't intend to compound the error by prolonging it. Gentlemen, you remember, if this case is dismissed, it can't be tried against Ted. You resume your seats. Mr. Ball, you are dismissed. Mr. Bassett, I will entertain a motion from you. Mr. Bassett.
Your Honor, due to the partial return of Christie's memory to the night of the rape, which has been corroborated by other evidence, the District Attorney's Office would like to move for the dismissal of all charges against the defendant, Ted Capel.
This court is not adjourned. We are still in session. and I will have quiet in this courtroom. I would like to apologize to Ted Capel and the Capel family for subjecting them to this public ordeal of this nature. And I strongly admonish the District Attorney's Office to redouble his efforts in finding the real rapist. Even though a wrong man has been accused of it, the crime has still been committed here, and a young woman violated. Now, whoever is responsible for this is still at large, and he must be captured and put away. We can do no further harm. Ted Capel, will you please rise? You have the apologies of this prosecutor's office and of this court. Henceforth, you are a free man. This case is dismissed.
Steve, I didn't mean you. Please just don't hurt Ted. I'll do anything for you from now on.
From now on's a long time, Christy.
I know.
Just be sure you do know. I think you'd better go home with your mother and Mary. Stay there and wait for me. The judge wants to see me. We're going to talk about this when I get home.
Hey, congratulations. Thank you, Cruz, man. Thanks for everything, really.
I want you to know that we're going to keep looking until we find the guy who did this. Believe me.
No, I can honor him with that. He's a free man.
Oh, come on. Forget Mason, man. What can I say, huh?
I'll settle for eternal gratitude.
Well, you got it.
I'm so happy.
Cruz deserves a little gratitude, godson.
I'm getting another congratulations hug. I'm so happy for you.
Well, look, let's get out of here and go party, huh? Where's Lakin? Lakin?
Right here. Oh, Dad.
I don't understand how you could do that. How could you back off like that, honey? What made you do that? We're not going to get a book deal or a magazine deal
Oh,
there
for
or
God's
anything
sake,
else.
Mom.
Well, you were so sure all along. I just don't understand it.
Look, can we just take her home? Can we talk about it then?
What I hate most is if you're telling the truth now, we don't even have the rapist. I guess he's still out there.
Well, then we're just going to have to protect Christy. Look, where's Steve? Shouldn't he be here with us?
He had to stay. The judge wanted to talk to him. He said he'd be along later.
Well, I guess we might as well go home then. Christy, I want you to know I respect what you did. The only thing that counts is the truth.
Celebration's on. We'll see you at the house. All right.
See you later.
All right.
You watch. He has a future.
Hey,
What?
do you remember this?
You bet I do.
I think I'd like to wear it now. Will you put it on my finger?
Certainly. Just a minute.
Ted,
No, just I want to talk to her, Christy.
I'm sorry, Ted. I didn't mean to hurt you.
I know. Look, I just want to say that it took a lot of courage for you to do what you did in there. And I want to thank you. Okay, I can go home.
Sí.
Oye, guapo, ¿quieres pasar un buen rato?
Adiós. Hola.
Hola.
Eden, nos estamos besando en público ante Dios y ante el mundo.
No tengo nada que ocultar. ¿Vas a ir a la fiesta?
No lo sé, ¿quieres que vaya?
Bromeas, no sería una fiesta sin tu presencia, me moriría.
No quiero tener ese peso sobre mi conciencia, iré.
Tengo un premio para ti.
¿Sí? ¿Qué es?
Un par de cosas, pero una de ellas será que me voy a poner tan despampanante que no te importará el público porque no te podrás resistir.
¿No vas a llevar vestido?
Te dejo la duda. Sí.
Entonces Malone vio el anuncio y apareció. Ha dicho que hablaría.
¿Dónde está ahora? ¿Está contigo?
No, fue a buscar el dinero que le dieron las empresas Cowell. Dijo que volvería dentro de una hora.
You mean he's still got the money?
So he says.
Barbara certainly isn't what it used to be.
Right. Well, look, Mason, I'd like you to be there when he gets back.
Well, I got some business to wrap up here at the courthouse, but I'll come as soon as I can. I'll call Julia. She'll want to be there, too.
Good, good. And congratulations again on the dismissal. I'm sure Lakin's probably one of the happiest girls in the world right now. And tell Ted I said my congrats, okay?
Yeah, I'll convey the message.
Mason, what do you think's gonna happen?
We'll, just have to take it as it comes, Warren. See you soon?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I mean, look at the way I treated Ted Capwell. I wouldn't even begin to accept the possibility that he might be innocent. I just clung to my anger. I just wouldn't let go.
Well, how could you? I kept on insisting.
Christy, there wasn't an ounce of charity or forgiveness in my heart towards him. There was just pure hatred.
That's not because of Ted. That's because you thought he raped me.
No, it was more than that. It was... You have been so honest today. Can I be honest with you?
Of course.
See, the reasons I went into the convent, they weren't very good reasons. I realize that now. I was just running away. I was suppressing my feelings, and I can't do that. I have to face my feelings, all of them, the good ones and the bad ones. See, Christy, I'm not cut out to be a nun. I think that I want to be close to a man. I have real sexual desires. I just never knew that before.
So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do first, though, is I'm gonna help the police find the real rapist. And I want you to help me with that.
No, Mary, I can't. Please don't ask me to do that.
Christy, you're never gonna be able to lead a normal life. You're never gonna be able to rid yourself of this fear that's haunting you until they find that man and they lock him up.
Can't we just forget about it? It's over with.
Honey, I know you. I know that you're really scared of somebody, I can tell. Now, it's over for Ted, but it's not over for us, and it's not going to be over till that man is behind bars.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Why'd you jump like that?
You just scared me.
Llevo esperando unos 5 minutos.
Rosa me dijo que acababas de llegar.
Rosa, ¿qué sabe? Ella no está enamorada de ti. Y tenías razón en lo del vestido.
Me imaginé que te gustaría.
¿Dónde está todo el mundo?
No lo sé, búscales. La casa es grande.
Sí,
¿Esto es para
difícil. No, se las estaba cuidando un amigo, pero puedes cogerlas un rato si te apetece.
Gracias. Tienes amigos con muy buen gusto.
Y tú también.
Ya lo sabes. ¿Te gusta la música?
¿Está sonando la música? Yo creí que eran cosas de mi cabeza.
Está a todo volumen.
¿Por qué no estamos bailando?
Bailemos.
Eso me gusta.
A mí también.
Dime una cosa. ¿Tienes idea de lo maravillosa que eres?
No la tengo. ¿Por qué no me lo dices tú?
Me resulta difícil.
Inténtalo.
No me gusta, luego te lo crees.
No me lo creeré, te lo aseguro.
¿Quieres que te diga una cosa? Cuando bajabas las escaleras, me dejaste sin respiración.
No sabes cuánto he estado esperando esta noche.
¿Por qué no me lo dices?
Me resulta difícil.
¿Sí? Pues inténtalo, por favor, hazlo.
Esto es una tontería.
Lo sé, pero me gusta.
Lo sabes de sobra.
Yo no sé nada, y cada vez menos.
Desde que salí del juzgado, no hago más que pensar en ti. Y en este momento, solo es tú y yo.
Sí.
Ben grabbed me. And he shoved me, telling me to run for it. Get over the edge, that's what he wanted me to do. See, Ben knew the whole place was going up. He knew the truth just like I did. And there was this horrible explosion. Threw me right over the rail. Drill bit came off, busted against the wall, smacked against my hand, crushed it. Ben, I looked up and he was gone. Never saw him again.
Tell us about the bribe. The one to keep you quiet.
Came about a week after I was out of the hospital. This man came to my house with a briefcase. Said, he was sorry about what happened to me. And he hoped the matter would end right there.
You said something about safety violations.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. We altered the inspection reports. Listen, I'm not proud about what I did. I mean, a couple of us even threatened to quit. Problem is, the money's good on a rig. More than you can get anywhere on land, even better than nuclear plants. I guess none of us ever figured that the worst could happen. Till it did.
Well, that about wraps it up. Won't even need a trial now.
Mason, what are you talking about? We got them with their pants down right now.
Exactly. So why waste all that time in court? Faced with this, Capital Enterprises has no choice but to make a public apology, pay off the other accident victims, and probably risk closure by the safety board.
We're back to that again. A settlement?
Well, yeah, but it's the best kind, though. Where we name our own price.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, what's in it?
It's the payoff money.
I see no reason why you shouldn't keep it, but if you're feeling guilty about it, I think I might have a way for you to earn it.
As long as it's legal.
Have you ever met C.C. Capwell, Mr. Malone?
Not in person, but I've had a few dreams where I met him and crushed his lily-white neck.
Well, I don't think you'll have to go quite that far. The idea is not without merit, however.
Mason, what are you talking about?
Justice. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's what we all want, isn't it? And I think I know just how to get it. Mr. Malone, what's under that black glove?
Not a very pretty sight.
Do you, ever take it off?
Only on special occasions.
Well, guess what? I think I've got one.
¿Quieres bailar?
Sí, perdón.
Ay, Qué agradable es tener a Ted en casa de nuevo.
Sí, es maravilloso.
No puedo ponerme a bailar como un loco, pero me encantaría.
Ya lo sé, querido.
No voy a quejarme. Sofía, tengo que arreglar unos papeles para Jackie. Discúlpame.
Sí.
Enseguida voy.
Yo abriré.
Sé que no soy tan esperado como las flores de mayo, pero he pensado que Ted se ofendería si no aparecía un momento. ¿Puedo?
Está bien, Mason, por Ted, aunque no creo que a tu padre le guste.
Bien. Sin duda en este paraíso enloquecedor hay siempre lugar para uno más.
Prométeme una cosa, que no tratarás de enfadarle. Por lo menos déjale que disfrute esta noche.
¿Dónde está?
En su despacho, arreglando unos papeles.
Aprovecharé este momento para saludar a los amigos. ¿Molesto? Ya estoy aquí.
Por fin, te estábamos esperando.
Sí, Mason, gracias, gracias.
¿Por qué no bebes algo y te vienes a divertir con nosotros? Tenemos que celebrarlo.
Sí, lo haré, pero antes quiero saludar a Eden y a Cruz. Ahora vuelvo. Bueno, con vosotros dos siempre sobra alguien.
Mira, si es el hombre del momento. ¿Qué te parece?
Sí, pero la fama es efímera en el mundo de las leyes.
Me alegro de que hayas venido, Mason. Has hecho un buen trabajo.
Gracias, Eden. Estáis todos muy alegres.
Seguirá la fiesta en el Orient Express. Quiero que vayas.
Un poco más tarde, tengo que ver a papá. Tenemos un par de asuntos que solucionar.
Yeah, this kind of sounds kind of crazy here, but I kind of feel sorry for Christy. I mean, she's got to feel kind of depressed right now.
I don't even want to think about Christy right now. You know, she's upset. It's her own fault.
Well, you know, now wait a minute. I kind of have this hunch here. It's just a hunch that I think she's still lying. I mean, I don't believe this bit that she blocked out the rape.
What do you mean?
Well, I think this person is still out there, and she knows who it is, and we just we gotta find this guy.
Well, that could be. Maybe it's somebody that she stole from, you know, and whoever it was decided to get back at her.
Well, why would she be coming up for somebody like that? She'd want to be behind bars immediately. I don't know. I just wish I could figure out why the heck she's all of a sudden changed on me like that.
Well, it's easy. It's Mason's brilliant way of proving what a liar she was.
Oh, thank you for the credit, Lakin, but I can't take all of it. As Dad would be quick to point out, I had a lot of luck on my side.
What luck?
Oh, speaking of which, excuse me.
How dare you? How dare you come back into this house after what you've done to me? Sleeping with my wife under my own roof. You're not wanted here, Mason. Not now, not ever.
We could be alone in here.
I don't want to be alone with you.
Well, you better get used to the idea. I lived up to my part of the bargain. I set Ted free for you. Now I expect you to live up to yours. You said you'd do anything I wanted from now on, remember? You're not thinking of going back on your word, are you? Good. Then the time has come to start collecting. So get ready to make your first payment, Christy.
I ask you what the hell you're doing here. I've made it perfectly clear that you are not welcome.
I thought it would hurt Ted's feelings if I didn't at least show up. Besides, I have another matter to discuss with you.
This is a celebration, and you have nothing to celebrate. Only a multitude of sins to atone for.
Well, if it comes to that, Dad, you have a few things to atone for yourself. For example, if you'll recall, you doubted Ted's innocence when he was first accused of the rape. And if you'll stop and realize, if you hadn't made Gina so thoroughly miserable, she wouldn't have had to turn to me or anyone else for comfort. If I'm guilty of anything, it's for doing the things you were incapable of doing yourself. Believing in your son and satisfying your wife.
Damn it, don't preach to me. You're not fit to spend any time with anyone in this room.
Sissy, darling, don't get upset. Promise me. I asked you not to do this.
I'm not upsetting him. He's doing it all by himself.
Darling, why don't we just leave? Eden wants us to celebrate at the Orient Express, and they're all getting ready to go now.
I can't leave just now, Sophia.
Why not?
Jack Lee is on his way over, and we're going to have a meeting.
Darling, I don't want you to spend the whole evening doing business. We want you to be at the party.
All right, but I will be there, I promise you.
All right.
I may even put in an appearance myself.
Over my dead body.
All right. Now, I am not going to leave. I'm not going to that party if you're going to fight with each other.
Sophia, I promise you, I will not lose my temper. You go to the guest house, get your things, and I'll be down later.
All right.
You think you suffered because of me before. You'll wish that you had it that good again before I get through with you this time.
Papá, ¿estás listo?
Cariño, no puedo ir todavía. Luego iré.
Lindsay, ¿qué haces aquí?
Mason me pidió que viniera a verle.
Bien, pasa. Mason está ahora hablando con Cruz.
Gracias.
Hola. ¿Qué tal, Lindsay? ¿Podemos hablar un momento? Quiero enseñarte una cosa.
¿Qué?
Es una foto de cuando era niño. Había pensado que querrías ver el aspecto que tendrán nuestros hijos. Un bandido feliz, ¿eh?
Sí que lo eras. Qué monada.
Mi madre me obligó a hacerlo.
Quizá aprenda a quererla y todo.
¿Cuánto tiempo más vamos a quedarnos aquí y ser amables? Me gustaría estar a solas contigo.
Ya falta poco.
¿Cuándo? ¿Esta noche?
Sí, esta noche.
Vale.
Me gusta cuando estás así. Eres tan cariñoso.
¿Sabes por qué soy cariñoso? Por estar al lado de quien estoy. Y me gusta que te guste.
Qué sutil.
Well, Mr. Smith, what are you doing here?
I asked him to come, Dad.
You seem to be very busy inviting people to a lot of places where you're not even welcome yourself.
Well, I was glad I could come, Mr. Capwell. First, I wanted to congratulate you. I know what a happy day this must be for you. For all of you. And I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate how understanding you're being about mine and Channing's relationship.